We head up to northern Saskatchewan in search of 20-pound northerns and big slob lake trout. Now to set the scene, we're on world famous Reindeer Lake. It's late August, the weather is perfect, the fishing is as good as I've ever seen it, and as always the staff at Arctic Lodge are as nice as they can be. Now we have too much awesome footage for me to sit here and ramble on all day, so let's get right into the action. Our trip to northern Saskatchewan started out like many of our other trips, with us boarding a plane that was headed to the middle of nowhere. And the middle of nowhere is exactly the types of places I like to be. We were leaving Winnipeg, Manitoba on a 2.5-hour plane ride that would end us up on Reindeer Lake in northern Saskatchewan. This lake is the 20th largest freshwater lake in the world, and famous for growing pike that legends are made from. We landed at Arctic Lodge just after noon on day one, and couldn't believe the accommodations that were there to greet us. For a remote fishing lodge that has no roads in or out, this place had all the amenities that one could hope for. And I'll admit, I was impressed already. And if the fishing turns out to be half as good as the service, we were in for a great week. After lunch, we headed out to the lake to begin our adventure. And we were joined by our guide for the week, Junior, or as we quickly named him, Hollywood, because he was the first and only guide we've ever had on the show that actually felt comfortable in front of our cameras. A short boat ride later, and we found ourselves in a little bay not far from camp. Junior helped us pick out some favorite lures and told us to get ready, because it wouldn't be long. There's a fish.
Yeah.
We got the first fish in the morning. This is, we actually did a little cheating. We got out here yesterday and did a little pre-fishing here before we got the cameras out. And so we've actually tasted what this lake can do, and man, I tell you what, it is going to be an awesome show, I can guarantee that. What do you think, Junior? First one of the day?
Yep.
Just a baby.
Small one to get started.
We were joined on this week's show by Mike Walderzak, father of Pat Walderzak, who works for the show and was also on this trip. You know, Pat and I get to travel all over experiencing some awesome adventures like this. But this was Mike's first time on a trip with us, and we couldn't be happier to have him along.
Great day. Great day to be fishing. Thought I was dead, but still got a chance.
Still got her.
Come on, baby.
You didn't know you sucked, did you?
No.
Your lure wouldn't move to the side for nothing.
Come on, fish.
Still on still.
Good job, Mike.
Yes. Great fish. Great fish.
They're starting to get a little bigger now.
Well, we were into so many fish that I had to try something that is rarely done with northern pike.
Well, I moved into a new area. I tried doing a little fly fishing. Probably this is my 100th cast. It just wasn't working. I've actually thought about giving up on it, and all of a sudden this northern hit. That's why fly fishing's so fun. When they make runs, there's nothing you can do about it. We just saw about a 20-pounder in here, and I was praying for that one, but we'd be here the rest of the day, I think, on this 9-weight if we'd have hooked that fish. Where else in the world are you going to be fly fishing for northern pike? I tell ya, doesn't get any better than this.
You know, Pat was doing some filming, and I happened to look over at one point to see him literally frothing at the mouth, waiting for his turn. So I figured he'd better grab a rod before he collapsed from watching his dad and I have all the fun.
Fish followed it right in. I think I saw the boat and took off. What's wrong? Oh! I'm glad that I lost it.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh yeah.
It was huge. And my lure was swimming horrible. I don't know. That's him. That's him. That's him. Holy smokes. He came back 3 times. Oh! Oh! Holy cow. Oh, he's going under the boat. Look at that. Oh, don't get off. I can't believe it. That is a nice fish. What do you think that weighs, Junior?
This is about 10, 12 pounds.
About
Nice
35
big
inches?
healthy fish.
I think it's about 35 inches.
Maybe a little longer.
35, 40.
Junior threw that northern back and no more than had his hands dry. Then Pat hooked into a second fish of the day.
There he is. Yep, fish on. Whew. Man, he really hit that. I was just trolling. Took it. Go ahead, wear yourself out. There he is. That's a nice fish. Look at. I hog tied him. Make sure he doesn't get away. This is how I like to catch my fish right here. I hog tie them, make sure they can't get away. The line's probably wrapped around 5 or 6 times. Hooked twice. Beautiful.
This one here we'll keep for a pan. About this size, about the best you can get for frying. Any bigger, tastes a little flatter, but the big ones I like to release so they grow bigger to be trophies.
Nice fish. That was a battle.
Each day at noon, we'd head into land for an unbelievable shore lunch. Junior was not only a great guide, but also turned out to be a pretty darn good chef as well. On this particular day, we stopped at the fishing camp of Junior's family. Now, he's Cree Indian, and his family's been fishing this lake for generations. He grew up harvesting the many resources that the lake provides, and I get a feeling he's probably done this a time or two. I tell you, having fresh fillets out of a lake as cold as Reindeer Lake turned out to be one of the best perks of the whole trip.